Thanks for joining us on this podcast thing that we still haven't figured out what exactly it is. You know what the one difference between me and Larry David is? Enthusiasm. I'm a fan. Watching the NFL draft last night, and I couldn't get over how much enthusiasm there was in the whole program, but especially from everyone getting drafted. And I was saying, like, wow, of course, dreams are coming true. I totally get it. But just a few years ago, Mac Jones got drafted and confidently strided? It wasn't exactly a strut. I'm going to go strode. I don't know if that's it. In any event, Mac Jones confidently, briskly walked, and the entire narrative's like, wow. Look at Mac Jones confidently walking. That was not normal. Just a long, confident stride. Or this year's NFL draft was the most enthusiastic draft I think I'd ever seen. Here's what happened. Old school. You got a hat, you dap up Goodell, you're happy, you do the interview. That's kind of par for the course. Here's some things that happened during the first round of the draft. You get the hat, give a specialized dap to Goodell, which I like, very enthusiastic. You dap up the logo on the walk. We saw a few of that. You get a hat, you dap up Goodell. Great. You hit the logo, you get the hat, you hit a dance, and then dap up Goodell. Hit the logo, get the hat, hit a dance, dap up Goodell, and then give a speech to the crowd. So there's all these different things going on, and everyone is having the time of their lives. Everybody is thrilled. Everybody's enthusiastic. And it made me think, and I got to get this right because it's a little bit of a tongue twister. Maybe the enthusiasm you see from guys getting drafted isn't just the effect of getting drafted. Maybe it's the reason these guys are getting drafted. I wrote it and I'm also confused. It's not that you're enthusiastic because you got drafted. You get drafted because you're enthusiastic. Huh? Maybe. And just the idea that of everyone who's played football, these 32 guys were the most enthusiastic about training, the most enthusiastic about nutrition, the most enthusiastic about studying tape, the most enthusiastic about success for themselves, the most enthusiastic about success for their teammates. And you could see it when they got drafted. It's like, man, all of these guys are so enthusiastic. So this is why I'm buying stock in enthusiasm. I broke it down to 3 categories. You either got it, you're either giving it, or you're taking it away. So the first, you got it. We saw everybody get drafted. All those guys had a lot of enthusiasm. Maybe you buy into the fact that they're the most enthusiastic and that's why you got drafted. Maybe you think that is a little bit of a silly causality, because I am no fan of those. Every once in a while, a story will come out like, did you know the recent study, people who eat caviar live 10 years longer? Like, it's not the caviar sponsored by the National Caviar Association. It's not the caviar. It's just that they're rich, better access to medical. Stop saying it's the caviar. Did you know smoking a cigarette out of one of those long things like Cruella de Vil, it makes you live longer? Like, no, it doesn't. It's just that she's rich. Did you know having 101 Dalmatians? No. If you have the money to support 101 Dalmatians, you probably have access to better medicine and better food and everything else. It's not actually being around 101 Dalmatians, especially with that bad attitude that Cruella de Vil had. All right, so 1, enthusiasm. All the draftees had it. 2, giving enthusiasm. So here's my story. A few years ago, I was producing a segment. I was in the control room, and I had this great segment. I had an idea in my mind, and I had orchestrated this thing. I don't even remember what it was exactly, but I remember it had a few things that I wanted to happen at the right time, whether it's music or lighting or videos hitting or something happened, and I was very particular about it. And we did the segment, and it didn't go how I wanted, but it was still good, but I was frustrated. Then we went to commercial, and I took off my little headset, and I slammed it down very demonstratively because I was frustrated, and glass half full because I really cared. Glass half empty, not a good move, just demonstratively annoying. And someone that I worked with, a senior level person, but wasn't in my department, not my boss, just someone that I respected their opinion, came up to me afterwards and said, "You shouldn't do that." And I was like, no, this is supposed to work. And, the video we ran the wrong video or the wrong graphic, this and that. And I care, and that's whatever. He's like, you shouldn't do that. He's like, after the segment, people who work on it kind of look at you, and you were frustrated, so you bummed everybody out. I went, oh, okay. And he said this, and I still say this to this day. Proof is, I'm about to say it. You can be a thermostat or a thermometer. The thermometer reacts to the temperature of the room. The thermostat determines the temperature of the room. What you just did by slamming your little earpiece down, whatever it was, you were reacting to the temperature of the room when you could have been the thermostat and set the temperature of the room. You could have chose to set it in a positive way, but you ended up setting it in a negative way. I said, I will never do that again. That's one of the best pieces of advice. And if I'm ever on a fake little podcast, YouTube thing, I'm going to say that advice. And that little piece of advice I stick with. It's popped up a few times, and I've told my flag football team that exact story. Like, hey, set the temperature. What you say matters. How you act matters. Be enthusiastic, and it can be contagious. So, draftees, have enthusiasm. Be a thermostat. Control the enthusiasm. Part 3, taking the enthusiasm away. Tyler Booker, from Connecticut, from New Haven, Connecticut, drafted by the Cowboys, had this to say to friend of the show, Adam Lefko, and Micah Parsons after he was drafted about enthusiasm. Take a listen.
What does it feel like to see the love of football leave someone's eyes?
It feels great, you know, like football is a child's game. So like people wake up, be like, man, I can't wait to play this football game today. They listen to their hype music, they take all the pre-workout, they get so excited to play football until they come across Tyler Booker. And then when I'm going after you, quarter after quarter, play after play, series after series, and I start to see that love leave their eyes, like that's what makes me love the game. Like I just really love.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, you just got me right. Hey, he got me ready to go. I ain't gonna lie. He got me ready to go.
Bro, I'm going to play right now.
So because Tyler Booker was drafted and he has a lot of enthusiasm, he, like me, but not Larry David, knows the power of enthusiasm and says, you know what? What makes me great? Not only my enthusiasm, but my ability to take someone else's enthusiasm and really change the game. I said, oh, for all the measurables that we talked about and the win-losses and all, you know, what's this person's shuttle run score? How high did this person jump and hit those things, those pencils? I got it. Is it pencil? Are they pencils? I'm almost positive they're pencils. There's no real way to judge enthusiasm. It comes out in a lot of different ways. Like, he's a football guy and his teammates love him. What we're really talking about is enthusiasm. And part of being successful is your ability to have it and to pass it on to others. And very rarely, really only football. You really shouldn't do this in your work or personal life. Take it away from someone else. The end.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.